serious are you about your sleep? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory issues, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a brain health professional, I have learned a whole lot about sleep and your brain and how important it is that you get adequate sleep. Now, did you catch my video a few days ago? I did a video a few days ago on sleep, so if you missed it, it's a short video clip, so you can just go to my Facebook page or to my YouTube channel, Keep Your Brain Sharp, and you can find that video on sleep there. But today I really want to give you more of a heart-to-heart about sleep, because sleep is so very, very, very important to your brain's health. And a lot of us deprioritize sleep. I don't even know, is that a word? Is that a word, deprioritize? I hope it's a word, but it's a word now. Deprioritize. We don't give it a lot of priority in our life. You know, we don't think too much about it. We put it on the very bottom of our list of things to do. It's like, whenever I can get to sleep, I'll get to sleep. But I got all this other stuff to do. So, you know, I don't know exactly when that's going to be. And that's how we approach it. And that is a big mistake, especially as you get older. It's a big mistake. And then some of us, when you start having some sleep issues, then we got, you know, we stand up, we take attention, we want to know about, what can I do? What can I do? And we're more apt to listen. But others just accept it and say, you know, well, it is what it is. You know, I'm not sleeping good at night and I'm just getting older and that's just how it's going to be. And we just kind of let it go like that. And we just go ahead and take it on as part of our life. And that's not good either, because there are some proven things that you can do. And there's some very, very good reasons why you should venture into learning what you can do to improve your sleep. So if you're having some sleep issues, listen up. If you're not having sleep issues, listen up, because either way, you need to know what is good for your brain and what your brain needs regarding sleep. So, did you know that they say that when you're sleep deprived, it's the same thing as being legally drunk? You know, there's people that are legally drunk and they can still work and they can still function, they can still talk to you. It may not make too much sense, but they think they're having a conversation with you and they think they're making all the sense in the world, but they're legally drunk. When you're sleep deprived, they equate that to being legally drunk. They also say that when you're only 24 hours sleep deprived, after 24 hours, they say that you are actually dumber. They have documented it. You're actually dumber after being sleep deprived for 24 hours. You actually lose. Your glucose is not coming into your brain as it should, and you're losing, I think they said, like 6%. So you're getting a little dumber being sleep deprived. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't need to get any dumber, okay? So we don't want that happening. And then in regards to your work quality, and you know I'm talking about it, but you guys, if you're going to be honest with yourself, you know what I'm talking about. When you haven't gotten a good night's sleep, how is your work quality? How is your performance the next day? You know you have issues. You have issues. You know, and they documented that as well. They had two groups. They had one group that was, you know, sleep deprived and one group that wasn't. And the one that was sleep deprived took 14% longer to accomplish the same task as the people that had gotten adequate sleep. Also, they made 20% more errors. They kept on messing up. And you know that too. You know, when you haven't gotten enough sleep, it's hard for you to focus, for you to concentrate. You make more mistakes, you know, and those are all really good reasons that you should get some sleep. So then why do people do it? Why do we sacrifice our sleep? Why do we show such disrespect to such an important thing that our body needs? Well, one of it is just simply habit. The world we live in sets us up in such a way that you don't want to go to sleep for whatever reason, and you can get in a habit of doing things a certain way, and that's just how you do it. I've been doing it all my life. And then all of a sudden, when you get a little older, when your sleep starts being affected, you don't really equate that to the habits you have set up. You equate that to your age. Where it's not your age, it's just your body can no longer keep doing that. And it's affecting your brain now. In fact, they say that that's one of the signs, when you're having insomnia, or that's one of the signs, sleep apnea, those things are one of the signs that you're at a higher risk for Alzheimer's. And so that's a sign that you need to really look at your sleep, because that is so very, very important. So have it. I was talking to one of my clients just the other day. We were having a conversation because we were doing reflections, and we were talking about, the progress that she's made and how far she's come and things. And she reminded me of where she was when we started regarding her sleep, and how she had been mentioning at that time. She was talking about the things that she does in her, sleep routines, the things that she does in the evenings that she really didn't want to give up, that she loved doing it. She did it because she liked it. It was relaxing to her, whatever. She couldn't see herself changing those things because it was her, right? But she made a decision to make those changes. And then we were talking just a few days ago, and it was so wonderful to hear her speak on it, because she was sharing how her sleep has improved so much, and that she gets good quality sleep, sound sleep, and that she doesn't miss those other behaviors and patterns that she had been doing before, because she feels so good about how she feels, and what she substituted for those things is gratifying as well. So she was saying she doesn't think she'll ever go back to her old way. And it's a progress. It took her, weeks and weeks to get there. And that's why when we do our course, it's 10 weeks. We start with sleep first, because it is one of the things that takes a long time to change, because a lot of it is habit. But you know what they say about habits? Habits are learned behaviors. And so you can unlearn, you can substitute new learned behaviors for those other habits and get new habits. And so that's what she did. It was just I was so proud of her. I am still so proud of her, and to hear her talk about that made me remember our discussions earlier on. So we take sleep first because it's going to take the longest, more than likely. You need to be consistent. We give you options, things like that, but it has such a reward attached to it, especially for your brain. So what's another reason why people do not prioritize sleep? They're sacrificing it. They've made a decision to sacrifice it for other things. And it can be a variety of things. People talk to me, and they have these logical reasons, these good excuses why they know they should be sleeping better. They know they should be going to sleep earlier. They know whatever, and they're hoping that they can catch up on their sleep, which is never going to happen. You may get a good night's sleep, on the weekend or whatever, but you haven't made up for the nights that you didn't get enough sleep. You just got a good night's sleep that night, which is good, but you haven't made up for anything. You've already done the damage the nights before when you didn't get enough sleep. So there's no such thing as catching up on your sleep. You start and stop with either having good night's sleep or not having good night's sleep. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, they're sacrificed. They will say, well, my job, is so demanding. I have to stay hours and hours and doing extra this and whatever. And when I get home, I just, whatever. Or I've been working hard all day, and by the time I get home, I just need, some time for me, and I just don't want to go to sleep, and I choose to do these things, and it's going to take me wherever, and I'm not getting the sleep that I need. Or my children, and all those sound like good reasons, and I understand, where you're coming from, and that you want to be, efficient, and you want to be, you have a good, strong work ethic, and of course you love your kids, and you want to provide the best for them and all of that. I understand that, but have you thought that there may be a better way? Another way, a better way, because I was like that too. I was the type that I like to get things done. I like to get it done the right way, and I would stay up all night long, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning, finishing something, get a couple of hours sleep, and get up and go to work the next day. And I thought that I was doing what I should do, because I was, being a professional, and I was getting done. I was a person of my word and finishing that and whatever. And so that was a little struggle for me when I realized that all that was good, but that wasn't the best thing. My favorite book says that there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end thereof is death. So it seemed like a good thing for me to do, you know, but it was not good for my health, not good for my brain. And I just thank God that I recognized that early enough and decided to make a change. And so I just now, I just refuse to work past a certain time. I refuse to be on the screens past a certain time, to be on the phone past a certain time. And I find some other things to do that is more beneficial for my brain before I go to bed so that I can have a good night's sleep. So I know what you're saying and that you feel that you need to do that and do that, but look on the other side of that. If you sacrifice yourself now, destroy your brain, and later years become a burden to those very people that you were trying to care for and support, then is that really the way you want it to go down? Or would you like to be independent all of your life so that you're not a burden to anyone, even when you're up in your old age, in golden years, you still have your brain intact? Because if you don't have your brain functioning correctly, someone else has to take care of you. And that's not how you want it to be. And then plus you're imprisoned in your own body. Those are not things that we want to see, but we see them happening every day. And more than likely, a lot of those people in their earlier years were doing a lot of sacrificing of themselves for a good cause because they felt they had to get this done, sacrificing one of those things, their sleep. And so that's why I'm having this heart-to-heart today, because I really want to impress upon you, to consider that, to take that in consideration. It is a process. They say it's about 10 weeks, takes about 10 weeks, for you to expect to change consistently, as best you can, because we all, fall off the wagon every once in a while, but, get back up there and consistently make the changes that you need to make so that over the long haul, your brain is intact the whole time. You are an independent person the whole time. Your quality of life is top notch for all of your life. Okay, so sacrifice, I understand that, but that is, to me, not a reason. You can work around that, and guess what? If your brain is intact, you can figure out some solutions to that. That's what I did. I get as much done or maybe more done now than I used to get, and I cut those things off. 8:30, it's off. Crazy when I used to stay up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. But it is. And so just trust me on that and make a decision. So sacrifice, another reason. But obedience is better than sacrifice. And your brain needs certain things to happen at night. One of it is for you to get your little self into a trance state and be still and give it enough time to get done all the things it needs to done. And you need to be obedient to that and get that done. Okay, I'll get off of that. Okay, so what can you expect if you make that decision to take better care of your brain? One of the ways is by getting adequate and proper sleep. What can you expect from proper sleep? Oh my goodness. They say that sleep is the universal health provider. Why do they say that? Because guess what? Sleep can make your immune system better. It can make your insulin resistance better, which your brain needs to have that to be good. And for diabetes, you need to have that on the right track. And sleep helps with that. It helps with your weight. Everyone's talking about their weight and weight control and weight management. And sleep helps you control your weight. It helps you with your food cravings. There's studies about that people that get insufficient sleep, the next day they average 300 more calories than someone who has had proper sleep. And it's not just 300 more calories, it's 300 sugar and fat calories. They crave that stuff because your body is trying to do something. Brain is trying to do something, and it craves that stuff because they haven't gotten proper sleep. So it helps you with your weight control. It helps you with your performance. We talked a little bit about that before. It helps you with your work performance. It helps you with your emotions, and that's right. You know what kind of mood you are in if you have not got proper sleep. So it helps you with your moods and with your emotions. It helps you with your attractiveness, how you look. And that's right too, because people can tell you, you look tired, girl. You look tired. you need proper sleep. It helps you with your attractiveness. It helps you with your longevity, your length of life, your lifespan. It increases, your lifespan with proper sleep. Okay? Your memory increases, your focus, your creativity increases. It helps you, it makes you a better person. And it's free, y'all. It's free. Free. You just need to will yourself to do it. Amen. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Will yourself to do that. Okay? The other thing is it protects you. It makes you better, and it also protects you. It protects you from colds and flu. It protects you from cancer. It helps protect you from diabetes, from dementia. Okay? We talked about from cardiovascular disease, from heart attacks and strokes. Okay, it helps protect your body. Helps detox your body, and it makes you better. So why? Why are we not doing it? If it's just a habit, which a lot of it is a habit, and we think we can't do without something, you can't do without that late night movie, you can't do without, being on the internet, whatever you think you can't be without, you can be without it, and you can substitute it. We're not saying just to stay there and look at the walls. Oh, somebody wants to visit me. We're not saying to stay there and look at the walls. We're saying to trade off for something that's better, and we talk about that too in our class. So, which leads me to, so make a decision. Make a decision. My point tonight is make a decision to improve your sleep quality. Okay, your amount and your quality. And good news for you is that I'm starting up my free Better Brain Master classes. They're starting up in the next week or so. So go to my website, Keep Your Brain Sharp, or I'll also put the link here in the comment section for you. Just click on the link and register for one of my classes, because we talk about sleep, and I give you some strategies for that to improve your sleep or keep your sleep at an optimal level. But we also talk about the other 4 areas, because there's 5 key areas to your brain health. So we talk about your sleep. We also talk about nutrition. We talk about exercise. We talk about engagement. We talk about de-stressing. So go to the registration page for my free Better Brain online class. Sign up for the one that suits you, and I will see you there, because your brain's destiny is in your hands.